Welcome to Christ-Centered Living, CCL. Have you ever made a choice that seemed small at the time, but later changed everything? Maybe it was a decision made out of impatience, but its impact stretched far beyond the moment. Today's story is about a brother who traded his birthright for a bowl of stew, a powerful reminder that even small choices can have lasting and eternal consequences. If you've ever felt tempted to settle for less than God's best, this episode is for you. I'm your host Shirley, and I'm glad you joined me in this episode, When Small Choices Shape Destiny. You can find the story in Genesis chapter 25. Isaac and Rebekah had been married for years, yet they remained childless. Isaac, deeply loving his wife, prayed to the Lord on her behalf. God heard Isaac's prayer, and Rebekah became pregnant with twins. However, the joy of the news was soon tempered by a strange, troubling sensation within her. The babies in her womb seemed to wrestle, causing Rebekah great concern. In her confusion, she turned to the Lord, seeking understanding, and God spoke to her, revealing that she carried two nations within her, two people destined to be divided. One would be stronger than the other, and the older would serve the younger. Rebekah was astonished but trusted in God's plan. When the time came, Rebekah gave birth to twin boys. The first one was Esau. He was covered in red with rough and hairy skin, and Jacob followed, grasping Esau's heel. This action earned him the name Jacob, which means he grasps. As the twins grew, their differences became very clear. Esau was a rugged man of the wilderness and a skilled hunter. His father Isaac favored him for the wild game he would bring home. Jacob, in contrast, was quieter, preferring the comforts of home, often staying near the tents. His mother Rebekah loved him deeply. One day, Esau returned from hunting, famished and exhausted. He came across Jacob cooking a pot of lentil stew, and in his hunger he begged for a portion. "Quick, let me have some of that red stew," Esau cried. "I'm starving." Jacob, ever calculating, saw an opportunity. "First sell me your birthright," he said calmly, knowing the value of the sacred privilege that Esau held as the firstborn. Esau, caught up in his immediate hunger, scoffed, "I am about to die. What good is a birthright to me right now?" Jacob, with quiet resolve, insisted, "Swear to me first." Esau, dismissing the matter as insignificant, swore an oath and sold his birthright to Jacob in exchange for a bowl of stew. Esau's choice was impulsive and short-sighted, trading an eternal inheritance for temporary satisfaction. Jacob's persistence secured the birthright, fulfilling God's prophecy to Rebekah: the older would serve the younger. Dear listeners, Esau's impulsive decision to trade his birthright for a bowl of stew serves as a cautionary tale for us all. How often do we allow our immediate desires to cloud our judgment, forsaking what is of eternal value? Esau's birthright was not just a privilege, it was his inheritance, his legacy. Yet, in a moment of weakness, he gave it all away for something as small as food. As believers, we are called to cherish the promises of God, to hold on to the inheritance He has given us. How easy it is to trade long-term blessings for short-term comforts. But God calls us to make decisions with eternity in mind. Just as Jacob valued the birthright, we are to value the promises of God that are ours in Christ. Let this story remind us to guard our hearts and our decisions, for what may seem insignificant in that moment can have lasting consequences. Hold fast to what God has promised you and trust that He is faithful to fulfill His word. Until we meet next time, hold on to His promises and make right choices. God bless you.